Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Ross Patterson Revolution! Brought to you by Ghostbed.com. Yeah,
hello.
There we go. There we go. It was a little dark in my ears. Dan was pointing. He's trying to point these days. You can just rap that out loud. There's days, Jabes, where I think that I have it.
Uh-huh.
If I feel like I have it, I'm ready, I'm prepared. And then there's days where I call you early in the morn, and I'm like, I don't got it, Jabes. I got to lean on you today. I don't got it.
Oh, my gosh. The pressure.
Today was one of those days, but then I snapped out of it. Out of it, James. So.
Okay.
I want to say that I don't need you. I'm not Tiny Tim. You're not my crutch today. I'm kidding. I do need you. You look lovely. We're down to the last of our Zoom courses here with the teacher, and you will be back in studio Thursday, and then we've got one more week. One more week, yeah. So I took the late night flight home, got in around 2 a.m. Sunday night. Decided to drive by the house because I heard the first floor was done. It was finished, and I was like, let me give it a little peek-sees in there. Give it a little peek-sees. I just don't want to sleep in a hotel anymore. I'm just tired of it. Come in. It was finished. I was like, man, I'm going to sleep in the guest bedroom. I didn't even care how dirty these sheets are. So when I get home from work, I will clean the sheets, and I will have a pleasant night's sleep, and that will be it, right? Moved a couple things in, just got the couches in, pretty much just 2 couches, and then ESPN. So I just wanted to make sure ESPN was on so I could watch the Braves game last night. 2 most important things, right? That was it. That was it. And I threw all of the dirty sheets and the comforter in the washer right before I was going.
You put the comforter?
Yeah, because it was dirty.
God damn it.
It was dirty. It was the one in the guest bedroom, Jessie. It's cotton, all right? It's fine. It's totally fine.
Okay.
Yeah, it is. It is. Everything was fine with that.
Okay.
And a lot of people have done this. There's a comforter setting on our dryer. So, it's like, hey, we got to jack up the heat on that a little bit. Things are a little thick in there. Unless the one time, like 1 out of 100 times, your sheets will get tied up in a knot inside the comforter itself, and they'll still be soaked, but the rest of the comfort, everything else is dry. That's what happened last night. So didn't get to sleep on that. Had to go ahead and untangle that, re-dry it, and then leave the house. I slept with our child's Spider-Man comforter last night. Fits about half my body on a bare ghost bed pillow. Still enjoyed it. Wasn't in a hotel. Was on a ghost bed. Still enjoyed my life. But when I woke up this morning, I said, hey, I don't have it. I don't have it today.
Right.
And then on the way to work, I yelled at a man so loudly in a screaming match that I was physically inside his body. I felt like I was physically ejaculating inside this body without penetrating any orifice. That's how hard I yelled at someone. Threw on some DMX, best of, and then boom, I'm ready to rock today. I'm ready to rock.
Yeah.
And then
you're using it, right? You're using the rage.
Sort of. And here's why I say sort of. With the amount of shitty people that are in the world, there is also great people, and you want to celebrate both. Today, I'm actually going to do that. I had to go back to the house. I forgot something, and I was like, shit. Forgot to check the mail. There's some invoices and all that stuff that are due. I got a personalized letter. This hasn't happened to me in a very long time. On Drinkin' Bros, we had the former White House press secretary, Dana Perino, on the show. I thought it was a really fun show. Got a little out of hand towards the end. And she was like, this was a blast. I enjoyed it. That's kind of what everybody says on the way out, but you don't really know if that's the truth or not. In our mailbox, I didn't even know how she got my home address. Dear Ross, thank you for having me on your podcast. I know why so many people follow you. You're awesome. Best wishes, Dana Perino. On a handwritten on a card. So it wasn't typed or anything else, like handwritten on a card. I think she and her husband have like 3 kids. She lives in New York City. That's got to be a nightmare on top of it. But to write a personalized card and send that was like, oh, shit, that's amazing. Former White House press secretary.
Is that like an old school way of sliding into your DMs?
No. Let's face it.
I'm saying like maybe we go back to that. Because like who can fucking trace that? Oh, prove it. I wrote it.
I am not
right?
on her level whatsoever. So she's definitely not sliding into my DMs. Her husband's, I think, is richer than Jesus. Like there's no way. No way. Don't have a prayer. Don't have a prayer there on that one. But I just think she's a genuinely nice person. And I was like, holy shit, that's amazing. Somebody as busy as that who would never have the time, in my opinion, I never would have thought, send a personalized letter of, hey, thanks for having me on your show. Holy shit. So then the rage turned into like, there's still good people in this world. I still listen to DMX though all the way down here. So
what's her name? Dana?
Dana Perino, yes.
Watch yourself, Dana. Watch yourself, girlfriend. I see this. Mm-hmm. Okay. It's okay,
Letter
girl.
writing is a lost art. I'm a big fan of it.
It's crazy, right? Dude, as soon as I saw it, I was like, man, it made me feel awful because I don't know when the last time I wrote someone a letter thanking them for something, and now I feel terrible about it. But it was an amazing gesture, and thank you very much. I know she's an extremely busy lady, and it was pretty crazy. I was like, shit, awesome.
She better keep busy. Get back to work, girl. Just kidding. I think she's funny. She's good.
Yeah, she's great.
She's got the sense of humor. She's fine.
She's got her own show, and she's doing a million things. Green on green today with the mug there, Jabes.
Oh, yeah. And a little pink because spring is sprung.
Has it?
Spring is sprung, okay. Yeah.
All right.
My allergies are really kicking up. Is it hot enough for you? Worried about the azaleas. I don't think they're going to bloom. It's just the weather is, right? You said you needed me today. Well, here we go.
I do. Kreger just gave you 10 for that, by the way. He said, don't worry about somebody sliding into Ross's DMs. I got you, girl. I got you.
Thanks,
Craig, you're getting married in like 3 months. I think we're gonna be at your wedding. So
no, his wife does, or his fiance doesn't want us there anymore.
Is that true?
No. Oh. I mean, she has to be the coolest chick of all time, and I cannot wait to meet her.
Amy, I think you met her on the cruise. I think she was on the cruise.
The
Drinking Bros cruise. Yeah, she's rad.
I was super sober and not on Dramamine, so I was good.
Man, that was the drunkest I've ever been on that cruise. That's one of those once in a lifetime experiences where if you were there, you were there, and good luck if you weren't. Like you can't ever replicate the fuckery that went on that thing.
Also, I'm never going on another cruise, so that was your chance.
Yeah, that was your chance
to cruise with Jay Fire because it's never happening again.
Definitely not.
I still can't bring myself to watch that last cruise. Like, I'm not ever in the headspace to watch that documentary on HBO called The Last Cruise. And it's like a person peeking out of a window. And I'm like, I can't.
No.
I can't even watch it. And I'll watch anything documentary wise.
Yeah.
I can't.
Yeah. And I understand why. I want to talk about this Tony Hinchcliffe thing to start off the show. Were you chatting about that with the producers before we got on?
Yes.
It's funny. I was just having this conversation last night. So I watched the video. What were your thoughts? And then we'll ask these guys because you were the one that was talking to them about it.
Look, I mean, the first thing I asked was like, is it a video like a cell phone or was it on some kind of TV or something or like a YouTube channel? It was a show. I tend to think that things that happen at a comedy show should not be broadcast out in general. Unless, right, it's like Kill Tony or it's like on YouTube. They were saying it was just a club.
Yes. What was the name of that club, Giorgio?
Vulcan Gas Company.
Vulcan Gas Company is where it was at?
Yes. It was on the Death Squad Secret Show, which is Brian Redman's show on Thursdays that he does, where it's like a hidden lineup and people just come up and...
Oh, a comedy show, not on a podcast is what he's saying.
So look, like, I don't love that, like, no matter what, right?
Yeah, me personally, I hate it. You and I, like, have never been big Tony Hinchcliffe fans. However, we saw him open up for Rogan and Chappelle opening nights of their gig at Stubbs, and to me, I thought he killed. I thought he absolutely murdered, and it was
but it was like other people's jokes. It was old stuff. He did. He surprised me, but he's not as amazing as everyone thinks, and we all agree in the studio. It's fine. It is what it is.
I don't agree. That's the only time I've seen him live, so I have no idea. But when I saw him, yes, his shit was edgy, but I enjoyed it. Therefore, him going on stage saying what he said about the Chinese dude or Asian dude or whatever the fuck it is that's his shtick. That's his whole bit. So I don't know why people are suddenly surprised now. You took a 10-second clip at the top. I guess because the comedian himself that he was making fun of outed him and said he felt out of place or whatever, and was just like, man, you should not be fucking opening up for Tony Hinchcliffe. Like, that's the dumbest shit of all time to me.
Well, they knew each other and they'd worked together before.
Yeah. So what was the problem there?
Ping also put Tony Hinchcliffe and Kill Tony in his credits on his Instagram, the second layer of his Instagram. He wanted to go viral, is what I feel about it. Like, during this point in time, Tony maybe went a little harder than he normally does. He was a little less creative than he normally is. It was a little less funny than Tony normally is because it was kind of just on the nose racial jokes. But the crowd was still laughing, and everyone's comparing this to the Kramer moment, which I think it's very different.
No.
The crowd didn't turn on him. There wasn't booing and jeering. It was some snickering and some uncomfortable laughing, but like that's kind of Austin in a nutshell as far as like what you can and can't laugh at. And Ping just wanted to go viral, in my opinion. I'm sure he probably was a little hurt. He probably did feel a little insecure with someone coming at him that hard, but he had to know Tony personally and know that he didn't really mean that stuff. Tony swung and missed. And Ping saw an opportunity to go viral, and that's the way I feel about it. To capitalize on
correct
something.
me if I'm...
A lot of people have been spreading this around, too, in similar fashion, because especially some Asian local comedians have been reposting some of this stuff and saying that the editing of it was very particular. The way he just kind of throws it out there and drops the mic and walks away from the whole situation and goes, cancel this man.
Yeah.
You call Tony. You talk to Tony. You go, I think you're better than this. And that's how I personally felt. I was like, you're better than that. Like, you got a better opening, you got better stuff. He was trying to ride the energy, and I get it, but yeah, if it was funnier, I think it would have been a little less.
I think the real context, right, Giorgio, was that he didn't like the guy's set and felt like it wasn't up to Tony's standards, and that's why he said it. So there was more behind it than just like throwing it out, right? Like, he was kind of being just like a bully, sort of.
I have a completely different take on it. When I saw it, like, when you're on the nose like that with humor and racial humor and all that other shit, that's the joke of it, to me, is where you're just driving it into the ground, and you know that it's cheap, easy, and you're just doing it just to do it, and it's just, to me, that's just him, and it seemed like that's what he would say to a buddy, like a close friend. I've said worse shit to my friends, like, on a daily basis.
You said worse things to me this morning.
Yes, 100%.
You did?
We had him on Chris Hansen. We had Chris Hansen on to Catch a Predator yesterday on Drinking Bros. Opening of the show, I said, hey, can you tell me if Giorgio's one of the predators you've ever caught? And I made him walk out and get on camera and do it.
Were you mean to Giorgio this
He didn't say no.
This morning?
What's that? No.
Were you mean to Giorgio?
I was
okay.
not. The only time I'm ever mean is if something's fucked up, like audio or video-wise. Other than that, you'll never fucking hear from me. Like, don't care. Don't care. Just put out a good show, and that's all I give a shit about. Then you can do whatever you want. Fuck puppies in the room. Like, I don't give a shit. I don't want to watch that, obviously, but I'll leave because we don't kink shame and do whatever you want to do.
Sure. Don't let the White Claw fridge go empty. That's another thing.
I can't wait to fill it up with our own seltzers. But look, in all sincerity, I'm tired of fucking canceling people. Like, even if he swung and missed, like Giorgio said, you still take the swings. And nobody's taking the swings anymore these days, and everything is taken literally. To me, I took it as a joke. It was cut up in like a 10-second weird segment. I don't know what was said later. I don't really care. I think what Giorgio said is probably pretty on the money. This guy wanted to go viral. I didn't know who this comedian was, and you had a perfect opportunity to do it. However, Tony's still doing, or was, before his agent and manager and all that other shit dropped him, was still doing kind of mainstreamy type stuff. But it was like I said with the Narcos situation, when those motherfuckers flipped on us, and I was going after that UTA agent live on the show. I don't know why, as a comedian anymore, you have hopes and dreams of doing the Tonight Show or SNL or something like that anymore. That's dead. It's over. It is done for. I mean, I looked at Fox's schedule last night. They just put out their abbreviated pilot season because nobody's doing that anymore. Fox as a network is kind of all animation. They want to move all their other shit now to this thing called Tubi. Tubi.
Oh, yeah.
That they've acquired, and it's like, all right, yeah, cool, man, I guess, because it's too expensive to put on Fox. The only things that they can physically put on Fox anymore now are animation, game shows, and football. Some kind of live sports, and that's it. That's pretty much what the networks are relegated to at this point. So if you were a comedian out there and you were hoping to get that big show or that big 3-camera sitcom, it does not exist anymore. So if you're Tony Hinchcliffe, I don't know why you care about this, really, to be honest with you.
I don't think he does.
I don't think he does either, right? Have you guys heard otherwise? Does he care? Does Tony care?
I haven't heard about where he feels personally. His homeless producer, who's living in my guest room right now, was a little shaken up by it.
Was he really? I'd
yeah.
tell you what, why don't you reach out to him and we'll have him on the show, on Drinking Bros.
Yeah.
For real. I'll talk to him about the whole thing. I'll tell him I'll stand up and defend him. I did the same thing with Callan the day after he got Me Too'd. Mm-hmm. I went live on air and I was like, I know him. He didn't do this. And I was like, at the time that happened, fucking Callan was 120 pounds. Jessie could have fucking thrown him across the goddamn room. So yeah, reach out to Tony. I'll have him on the show and talk about it.
I think Jessie could probably take both Tony and Callan.
Yes.
She's feisty.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like an old WWE tag team match.
She is feisty.
Set it up.
Jessie and Tiff versus Callan and Tony. Tag team wrestling match.
Yeah.
Set it up.
Yeah.
I'll be there. I'll take down a motherfucker.
But here's the thing. If you're not allowed to try anymore, whether or not you found the joke funny or not, comedy is always subjective. You still have to try. And if you're doing an intimate place like that, I'm with you, Jessie. Like shooting little clips on your fucking cell phone and putting out whatever edits you want. In no way, shape, or form was it the Kramer thing or whatever. Like, it seemed like they were buddies. It seemed like they'd known each other for a long time, and it just seemed like cheap, easy humor of one buddy digging at another. I mean, shit, I made fun of fucking Dan yesterday for his white goddamn New Balance shoes. I was like, you're gonna go out and mow the lawn and then pay your taxes on time today? Like, what, you know? That is the most average white man look you could fucking have on this goddamn earth. I believe I called him a honky after that.
Sure.
Translucid and something else. Oh, that's right. I said he looked like he was about to lead the next insurrection. And that's what I said to my friend because I don't fucking care. Like, that's my buddy, and we say shit like that all the time. That's what this felt like to me. And if he's being canceled and all that other stuff, like, it sucks. But it doesn't matter. Hollywood's dead anyways. That dream of getting all that shit on air or doing whatever is over. I look at Jordan Peele, who was on, or Keegan-Michael Key was on Saturday Night Live on Saturday nights. It was one really, really great sketch that I loved, but how do you waste squander the talent of him? The only reason I could possibly think of, because he's a great writer in his own right, he doesn't need their writing staff, to be honest with you, is that people are afraid to push it anymore. Where somebody's going to get fucking butt hurt or their feelings hurt or whatever. And that world is dead, man. So it's either this or Patreon or something else. I mean, maybe you can make fucking movies on your own, I guess. But it's tough. So I don't know why Tony cares. Rogan currently cares. You know, he got on last night and people are raging about that today. Where he's saying this cancel culture is going to kill every white straight man.
I can't listen to that shit anymore.
Of what?
Yeah.
Cancel culture stuff. Not because I disagree that like people are getting too sensitive, but at some point, just go out and be the change you want to see in the world.
It's just ignore
and
it.
I agree. And just stop fucking complaining about it.
I agree, and that's why, like, for here, I'm not going to bitch about cancel culture. Like, if our show gets canceled for somebody else, great. Then I can fucking bitch about it. But Until then, like, fuck, man. What are you going to do to Joe Rogan? He makes $120 million a year.
Exactly. I've been saying this the whole time. Nobody actually truly gets canceled unless you actually break the law. Yeah. Everyone's like, oh, Harvey Weinstein got canceled. Yeah, he fucking raped women.
Yes, he broke the law.
You go to jail for that.
Yeah.
But anybody that doesn't necessarily break the law, if they like just say something stupid, they end up making money anyway. Like Louis C.K., even though he pulled out his dick in front of women, and obviously it's a completely different scenario. I think he has permission, whatever. I don't know the full details, but he still makes a living doing stand-up comedy, does he not?
Yeah.
But those are the most extreme situations of it too. Like we're not really talking about like the friends who get canceled in the friends groups, the people who aren't invited to things anymore for silence being violence. Like Whitney Cummings and Tim Dillon had a really interesting conversation about this on their Patreon right now, and she got canceled for being friends with Joe. She lost jobs in Hollywood because she still worked on Roseanne. She was the head writer of Roseanne when all that was going on.
She quit when she was doing Roseanne. Did you say that?
What?
Did she talk about that?
She talked about that, and then Tim asked
she was the first one to
felt.
She was the first one to fucking bail on that show.
And from what she
she's
said,
a canceler.
those were
she's
nowhere
been
near the worst
canceling
tweets,
people.
And she was calling Roseanne at 1 and 2 in the morning. Oh.
Yeah. Go ahead, Jessie, because you're right.
She's been canceling people with the mask thing, going after other comedians for doing shows. Like, she's a canceler.
Yeah.
So
I look, I know her personally. And
eventually it all comes for you. Chrissy Teigen,
Yeah.
Meghan Markle, you're next, right? Like, these cancelers that think that they're on the right side, eventually it will always, it's cannibalistic. It's cannibalistic. If you stay on the platform and you're trying to cancel people, eventually they will turn on you.
Yes. And
That's just how it goes. So, Whitney Cummings needs to just fucking have a kid so she can fucking quit all of this bullshit that she's doing.
This is what happens
and
in
look,
Hollywood.
I think she's funny. I think her and Tim are funny together, but she has been coming after people. And it's sort of just like, fuck you, dude.
Yeah. And again, this is what happens to white women who are successful in Hollywood when they hit their late 30s, early 40s with no children. You become an activist, her, Chelsea Handler, and fucking all these people. And it's have a kid.
It's not so much an activist as you are your own therapist. So they're just like in all these different therapies and Al-Anon and Alcoholics Anonymous and like healers and all these things. And you just get fucked up. Like, she was talking about her mom being an alcoholic because she had wine at night. Like, she had wine sometimes. And even though she didn't get drunk, I saw it. I still saw it. Guess what? Why don't you have a kid and see how you can handle it without having a glass of wine at night, right? Like, maybe you'd have a little bit more grace for people if you like did what you're saying. You know what I'm saying? Like, what you're railing about. Like,
yeah,
I don't know.
The other part of this is there is no right side of things. Like, there isn't. There was no right side in the election. I don't give a shit if you voted for Biden or Trump. There's no right side. It's your own fucking personal belief and your opinions, right?
No, I'm saying like the moral right side, right? The moral
yes.
high ground, whatever you think you are.
But the election, comedy, everything else has been treated like, oh, well, I'm on the right side of this by saying X, whatever that is. No, I mean, you're not. The Chrissy Teigen shit, like, dude, if you're going to capitalize off of it and make a following, which is clearly what she did for years and years and years, and then people start canceling you, and who canceled her? Macy's.
Macy's and Target so far, but it's a slow rollout. So it's kind of like a couple people do, and then finally everyone else is pressured to do it. I don't know where else she has cookbooks, things like this, but her line of like cookware is being pulled.
Yeah.
And people are pulling up all of the tweets, not just to Courtney Stodden, but to like a 9-year-old. Do you remember that girl that won Kwanzaa Wallace, whatever, that won Beasts of Burden? That was the year that Beasts of the Southern Wild.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was the year that I was at Independent Spirit Awards, and she was like, am I forced to like Kavenza? I was saying it all the time, and now I can't say it.
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
everyone actually knew how to say that name 5 years ago.
Right?
But it's been too long.
And now I
been too
can't.
long, yeah.
Kwanzaa, whatever,
I think it's
Wallace, because
Kavenze,
she's
whatever.
yeah, because she's a child, right? Okay, fine. Talking about Lindsay Lohan slitting her wrists. oh, why is anyone surprised Mariah Carey is having twins? I was pretty positive there was 2 to 15 babies growing inside of her already. That's fat shaming.
But here's the thing.
Called-
Wait, I'll stop at this one. Let me pause at this one, okay? That's a fucking funny ass joke, for real. And I fucking hate Chrissy Teigen. The problem is, don't cancel everybody else if that's what you made your living off of. Continue on that path. I think that Mariah Carey joke is fucking money. I mean,
Okay, well, do you like, okay, if you told me I could have one kid, but it would be exactly like Avril Lavigne, I would choose to be barren.
love it.
Funny. Okay.
Funny.
Okay.
But that's the thing is you can do that so long as you don't then turn around and be like,
Correct.
except ever. I mean, like, you don't even have to stay on that path.
Yeah.
Like, you don't have to be edgy forever.
No.
But, like, yeah, don't do an immediate about face where it's like, what else could it be other than fear or profit motive? And fear is profit motive in a lot of ways, really.
Yeah.
So,
So when you're Chrissy Teigen, again, stay on that path. Shit. Then, yes, an edgy comedian writing some funny shit. Those two jokes were hits to me. I enjoyed both of them. And I don't enjoy her. But don't come after other people and try to cancel them.
Farrah Abrams. I just want to see how funny you think she is.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
Farrah Abrams now thinks she's pregnant from her sex tape. In other news, you're a whore and everyone hates you. Whoops. Not other news. Sorry.
Yeah.
that's
like
dumb.
that one?
That's dumb. That's just mean.
I don't really
That's
mind.
just weird.
That
That's just
one's
weird.
weird.
Why are you going after Farrah Abrams? Like, who fucking cares, dude?
Look, she was trying to
Stop.
make a name for herself and all that shit. And if that's, and she did. She built a massive fucking Twitter and Instagram following after doing shit like this. Keep doing it. Shit, don't change now that you've been to 2 inaugurations for the Obamas. And John Legend plays at every goddamn fucking death, BLM, funeral. Jesus Christ, that guy is like, he's on fucking Cameo. We could book him to get in the studio for a Christmas special if we wanted to, if we paid the right money, but continue down that path. Like, I've been a consistent dirtbag for 20 whatever years in Hollywood and all that other shit. What are you going to say now? Like, yeah, I fucking did all the things. I've said all of the things, and I don't fucking care. But if I started caring and say, like, if I showed up at somebody's fucking inauguration next to them and I got my hand on a Bible and I'm fucking quoting scripture, you'd be like, what the fuck is going on with Ross, dude? What's happening with him?
It's just hypocrisy, right?
Yes.
It's the only thing we don't like. It's the only thing.
Yeah. But the Mariah Carey joke is great. I mean,
That works.
Oh,
and
at
yeah.
her biggest, she was getting up there.
Yeah, and the Avril one works too because it's like so hyperbolic, right? Like that's
Yeah.
crazy. And it's not, and she wasn't every day like, no, seriously, Avril. Like with the Courtney Stodden thing, it was like again and again and again.
Yeah.
With
Yeah.
Avril, that's just like, I think a one-off.
Yeah, it's a one-off. Look, I don't really have a problem. Again, the only thing I have a problem with it is switching and then being like, well, no, you suck. You need to be canceled. You are terrible. She went to the fucking border. I'm going to help. I'm going to see what's going on with these kids
right.
in cages. I'm going to take these pictures and then live behind a 12-foot wall and then not go back when there's double the kids in cages. Fuck those kids in cages. That type of shit. Like, dude, if you're going to start off throwing edgy one-liners off on Twitter and then hike on down to the border, like you work for fucking border security and you're going to actually do something down there? No, fuck off. You can't have cookware after that at Target. Sorry, that's not how it works. You can't have a fucking searing pan for salmon or whatever the fuck you're going to make on that. You can't do that anymore. Like, that's the difference. You just can't become, oh my God, I had a kid, now I want to be a mom, and I'm fucking making shit in my house and have somebody ghostwriting my cookbooks for me. Like, it's not how it works. It's like if I, did that, became, some fucking all-American hero dad who is now a firefighter and trying to, like, no, you'd be like, what the fuck are you doing, Ross?
A
You're a fucking
Ross's grill
dirtbag.
instructional tape.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm here for it.
Do you imagine that? Hey guys, here's how to do a grill. I coached my 6-year-old to a soccer championship, and here's my grilling book.
Can we just do an entire series where you do normal ass jobs? Like
Yeah.
You're an accountant for a day.
Yeah.
Oh,
Just.
God.
And by that I mean like the Ben Affleck accountant.
Yeah.
What she should have done is just kept leaning into it, but then had the cookware. Like link her knives to Courtney Stodden when she's tweeting her.
Oof, that would have been great.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Right? Like that's what you. I mean, at least that's if you want to
That's
stay
what you do.
consistent. Yeah, that's how you do it.
That's how you do it, Jabes. So, yeah, again, that's my problem with all this shit. And look, you're not canceling Joe Rogan. You're not canceling Tony Hinchcliffe. Chrissy Teigen might be, because that's her fucking world, right? And so if they shut her out of Hollywood and doing all this fun, flirty shit, that she's still relatable, I don't know where she goes after that, because now what, right? That's kind of what she was hoping. That was her hopes and dreams, and now it's probably dashed at this point. Whereas the rest of these guys, dude, no. Rogan's been doing this same shit for years. Tony Hinchcliffe's been doing the same shit. I've been doing the same shit. We all been doing the same shit for years. Who fucking cares? We had an episode on, what was it, Monday? It was Aaron Berg was on the show.
Sunday night.
Wild ass episode. I was like 90 comments that were like, watch this before this gets taken down. This is so out of control. And it's just like, and they said the same exact thing. They were like, look, we're out of control. Those guys are on, what is it? What's the name of that?
Compound?
Yes, Compound Media, yeah.
Wild Boys.
Great. Funny as shit, dude. I'd have him back anytime. It was out of control.
That's my favorite. That's my favorite now. Whenever comedians are offensive, other comedians refer to them as wild boys.
Oh, wild boy. Is that a thing?
That's
Oh,
a thing
God.
now. That's a term now.
Wild
You know what? Cancel culture. You've been canceled.
We might as well have a ham horn play after some of these, like Wild Boys.
Yeah.
And it's just a tiger and a parrot, like noises in a jungle. Yeah. There we go. There we go. Something like that, Jabes. And then people are trying hard not to get canceled, where they're just going way the fuck down a hole that nobody even knew that they were digging. When you were like, hey, are you digging that fucking hole? Did you hear about this fucking Drew Barrymore bullshit? She
What
told
happened?
Dylan Farrow that she regrets now working with Woody Allen. When the fuck that was 20 years ago. Now you regret it because everybody's pissed off that he married his fucking 13-year-old Asian stepdaughter?
Yeah, that didn't just happen.
No.
Happened a long time ago.
Very long. They've been married for what, 30 years? Mm-hmm. Why weren't you offended then? Why didn't you take the movie then? But she's on TV. She's got a talk show on TV still, probably for another hour. I don't see that thing going anywhere past another maybe an hour or two, because all that is gone as well.
Yeah, and she's very manic and quite annoying and chuggy, but whatever.
Chuggy. Whereas the one who's really leaned into her bullshit is this fucking Gwyneth Paltrow. As much fun as we've made of her, like, dude, be rich, bougie, and just throw it in people's faces. This fucking vagina candle she has exploded in somebody's faces, and now they're suing her or whatever. The candle was like $85. She makes no apologies for any of her rich, bougie bullshit. And the tide turned. Like you and I used to make fun of her back in the day. Now it's me.
Goopy jeans. Now I'm like, what's Goop up to?
Yeah.
Because that's what I want to do now.
Because she's unapologetic about it. She's like, I'm rich as fuck. Fuck you guys. You want to pay for this shit?
I think your like or dislike of Goop depends on your tax bracket, right? So when you're in a lower tax bracket, she's a bitch that's unrelatable. And what the fuck is she even talking about? When you get a little cash, you're like, what should I buy, Gwyneth? Right? Like, you tell me, because you're the rich person's whisperer, right? Like, she just makes no apologies for being like, I take care of rich people. So sue me. Somebody's got to be out there for those people. I say a million times, like, I feel bad. Like, nobody thinks about how hard it is for rich people to like find a good product, because everything's like, oh, relatable and cheap and on sale. Where do you find the actual recommendation for the $3,000 infrared spa? Gwyneth, right? Where do I find the most expensive skin cream ever? Gwyneth.
Yeah.
What do I get? Right? So when you get to a certain place, Gwyneth's not so bad.
Yeah, it's weird too, because when it all started, the whole Goop shit started, and you and I were just going all in on it. I was just like, who is this out of touch? Then the beauty of it is she just admitted she was out of touch with everything, and she was like, oh, well, fuck you guys. Like, I'm super rich, and this is what rich people do. So if you want to do it, do it. If not, I don't really give a shit. And now I've turned it. I'm like, fuck yeah. If you're just not a hypocrite, and you are who you say you are, then it's fine. Then you're like, all right,
And
sweet.
you don't answer it. So she takes the Joe Rogan route where it's like, I don't respond to you.
Yeah.
You can say whatever you want. I'm just going to keep doing what I'm doing, keep my head down. And that's it. Like, she doesn't respond to anything. She doesn't get any Twitter wars. She doesn't comment on anything. That's how you get away with it, right?
Yeah.
It also helps
Keep
that
your-
like she didn't know she was in Spider-Man.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right? So like what do you like people look at that and they're like, well, I don't know, like she cannot be defeated.
No, she can't. You can't defeat someone who is so rich that they forgot they were in fucking Spider-Man.
Like a new
Yep.
Spider-Man.
Sorry.
Not Toby in 2002.
No.
There was the Spider-Man no, it was the first Spider-Man. It was Homecoming. Oh, she was in both, but she forgot she was in Homecoming.
Who cares?
Right.
That's how rich she is. That's how rich I want to be. I'm telling you that right now. I've said this forever. That's how rich I want to be. And the day that I am, I'm going to tell everyone about it over and over and over again, how fucking rich I am. I'm going to buy a bunch of weird shit and be like, hey, guess what? Daddy's rich and I'm fucking doing weird shit with it. Here's a fucking baby giraffe. And he's just going to sit with me for the rest of the show today, and then I'll probably execute him afterwards because I can. And nobody's going to do anything because I'm so fucking rich, and I don't care what PETA does or anyone else does. You can't cancel me because I can just kill another baby giraffe. I'll buy another one the day after and kill that motherfucker.
Ross, first of all, giraffe venison is delicious, so don't
Sure
you
it
dare
is.
waste that baby giraffe.
I'm sure it is. But you side with me on this, Jesse. Like, take the Portnoy route. Take the Dave Portnoy route and say, hey, here's how rich I am, and I party all day, and I'm going to go to the Nantucket and do all of the things. And then you look at all of his Instagram and everything else. There's not a bad word you can say about him. He's doing exactly what he said he would do, and he's living his best life. And if anything, I'm jealous.
No, you just got an Irish goodbye from society. Just not a word,
Yeah.
not
Yeah.
a peep, and you're just off the map.
I don't mind that either. For real, I don't mind that either. Just Irish being so rich that you're just like, well, let's go as hard as we can until they pull all the plugs on all this shit. On all the interwebs, the fucking podcasts, the books, everything. Let's go as hard as we fucking can. Once they pull it, they pull it. Take down all the social media, everything, and then just exist with a goddamn boom box or a Bluetooth speaker on a beach somewhere playing fucking Allman Brothers Best Of on repeat. I don't give a shit how many times fucking Ramblin' Man comes on. I'm in. Let's go.
Right. Right.
But yeah, fucking Goop, dude. Who knew? Who knew today? 600. What number is this? 690 something.
685.
685.
All gooped up.
Yeah.
Don't know what to do.
Who knew that after on 685, Jesse, it would turn? We appreciate Gwyneth Paltrow and her richness, and her non-apologetic richness.
And it's actually funny.
It's hilarious. I didn't know how that was going to turn out from the get-go. I was like, you can't really say that shit, can you? Yeah, if you're consistent with it, you absolutely can. Then you can sell a candle that smells like your own vagina. You know,
That blows up in people's faces.
that's fine, but when you're rich, you do shit like that. If I
Yeah.
could go back and smell the foreskin that was taken from me,
I think she has a vibrator out too.
I bet you know what? I bet that vibrator is only molded for her pussy and her pussy only. And she's like, look, if you can't get off on it, sorry.
I think it's like gorgeous looking.
Probably.
Like you want to put it on your shelf. Like it looks.
Yeah, when people
You know
come
what I
over,
mean?
it's a conversation starter.
Yeah, it's like mid-century modern.
Is that
We
real,
may
by
have
the
a
way?
pic- What? Yeah.
Find the picture of Gwyneth Paltrow's
I don't know if we can show it,
vibrator. It's a vibrator. Why not? We've been sponsored by Adam and
Oh,
Eve
yeah.
a couple times, so doesn't matter. Hey, you find that. In the meantime, I'll do some sponsors here. First and foremost is ghostbed.com/Drinking Bros. It's the easiest read I'll ever have to do in my life today. Of all time.
I just bought one too.
Yeah, you got one. I just got the fucking base because the base got destroyed. And I used my own fucking promo code. I slept in the upstairs one. Every room of my house has one of these goddamn ghost beds in it. I love it. I had a great night's sleep last night, minus sleeping in a child's comforter, back on the ghost pillows, back on the ghost bed. And it really does make a difference. I've been in hotels and all kinds of weird shit for months now at this point. Love it. 30% off everything. Buy it. You get 2 free pillows with it. And you can enjoy the magic. Can the audience see that right now?
No, not right now. It's
Okay.
just for you.
Good.
Yeah.
Good. What they'll do from time to time, Jesse, when you're not here, is show me pictures of the things we were talking about, and then it's just staring at me on a 60-inch screen.
So it's the vibrator?
It's the vibrator, yeah, which we'll show that in a minute. I think we can show that. I think we're fine showing that.
Yeah, I think so.
Ghostbed.com/Shrinking Bros also has a 36-month pay-as-you-go program at no interest there, which is real goddamn nice. So use that. That's what you use, right, Dan?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I had to dip into the crypto this weekend.
Yeah, you did.
So, because of little Michael Chandler action.
Yeah.
But man, I had the best night's sleep last night, and the night before, and the night
amazing.
after that. Yeah.
They don't give us free shit either. I had to pay for mine too. I used my own promo code. At least I called Rich. I was like, yo, he'll be here. So if you want to question him in person, he'll be here, I think, Thursday. But I was like, yo, I use my own fucking promo code, dog.
I used the promo code too.
I'm not even going to apologize for it.
Company man.
Ghostbed.com/Shrinking. Well, the savings are so good. Let's face it. I wasn't. Yeah. There's no other choice. Chomsky. Chomps. Anthony Chompkins. Full Biden. Next up, JamesBabel.com. Use that promo code.
Oh, yes.
Nooners for 3 extra months. Free there. What you think about Babel? What you know about Babel, dog?
Babel is the app that I am using for my eventual Paris trip. Am I going to Paris?
Sorry.
I am?
I'm already fluent too, Jesse.
You've been saying it for years.
I think they're open now.
And
I don't know. We'll go.
Yeah.
Look, we'll go. It's just shit.
yeah, you've said that every year for 7 years.
You're welcome.
So,
You're welcome.
Along with the joke, if I'm fluent
Mm-hmm.
from Babbel, just using these easy 15-minute little on my phone, you could do it anywhere, but basically the easy conversational 15-minute, easy to do
Yeah.
little lessons that make it so that you can actually go out in the world and have conversational knowledge, right?
Yeah.
Of the language instead of like, oh, hello, and how are you, sir? Like, it's very much like making it so that you can actually travel or speak to someone and not sound like you just learned the language.
15-minute lessons make it the perfect way to learn a new language on the go. They've got 14 different languages, including Spanish, French, Italian, and German. Right now, when you purchase a 3-month Babbel subscription, you'll get an additional 3 months for free. That is 6 months for the price of free. For the price of 3, not free. Ooh, man, I'm really I got all fired up today, James. I'm super tongue-twisted now. For the price of 3, just go to Babbel.com. Use the promo code Nooners. That is BABBEL.com. Promo code Nooners for an extra 3 months free. Babbel, language for life. Let's see that vibrator up on the screen now. I think we can show it. Oof. Who is that weird face? What were you watching before this?
This is this is, I think, the one Jesse was talking about.
Yeah, that's a nice vibrator.
Should we throw it up on screen?
Yeah, there you go. Look at that. That is a very nice vibrator. How much is that?
What do you think that runs you?
What's the retail on that? $35, $40?
Add 100 to it, maybe.
Yeah, I'm totally
Look
joking.
at that.
Totally joking. That looks great. It almost looks
You
like
could leave that in the kitchen,
Yeah.
and people would be like, "Oh,
All right, Price is Right.
Yeah.
Let's go. Here, before we find the price, Price is Right.
No, if anyone
Price-
says $1, get the fuck out of the room.
Exactly. We don't do that here. Jesse, Price is Right. How much is this thing?
$130."
I'm going to say $299.
I'll go. Okay, I'm gonna go with one. I'm gonna go with $169.99.
Okay.
$249.99.
Okay.
Wow.
$250.
Ah, I like it. Backstabs one of his
Rob,
best
what do we
friends.
got, Rob?
What do we got, Rob?
Oh, you
You didn't have the answer pulled up? Jesus, Rob. I mean, let's get it together, man. How
It's
much?
like between 75 and 90, depending on your subscription situation.
All right,
I
so,
guess.
look at that.
How
That
much is a subscription? though?
Okay.
That's a
$95 if you're not a member. I think.
that's a $95 vibrator. Yeah. Did anybody win that?
No, we all
Brian
busted.
Barnes and John Grabowski got closest in the comments.
Did they really?
Yeah.
Well, you get Dan's car. You get Dan's truck. So next time you're at the studio, we're going to give you Dan's truck for that.
It's true. We already gave away your truck.
It's paid off, right? Yeah, Jack Mandeville gave away my truck on Patreon.
We also gave away your house.
Did you really?
Yeah. We we didn't give away your house, but someone's renting your house. Yeah. Yeah. Are you cool with that?
And then what's this Goop staffers react to the sex shop?
Well, this is all the other sex toys that they have that they're just like gonna dump out and be like, oh, okay.
Oh, so you can put all this shit on YouTube.
So this is all right. Get out of here with this. Just dump out the vibrators.
You can't be
Here
a
we go.
Republican, but you can dump out 80 vibrators on the table. That's fun.
Yep.
Look at that. Look at that. Look at Sarah and whoever.
If you want to watch me try all of these, go ahead and follow me at Just Giorgio on OnlyFans. I will be renting and reviewing these and then returning them.
You know what I like too about Gwyneth Paltrow? She doesn't use one person of color. Just all white women who would buy this shit. No, it's not even-
Unapologetic.
yeah, unapologetic Gwyneth. Doesn't give a shit. Doesn't give a shit.
Now, this one looks like an ice cream scooper right here that she's holding.
Put it up on the screen for
Let me
Jables.
see.
Yeah, let's see the thing.
Very, like, yeah, is this in the kitchen? Is this in the bathroom? Like, where do you keep this?
Let me see it.
Is it an ice cream scooper?
Should be coming up for you, Jibs.
There it
Okay.
is. Ooh, that's a weird curvature.
Is it a tongue?
I think it's
Type
supposed to
stitch?
simulate a tongue. Yes.
Okay.
Oh,
All right.
okay.
How do you get a hand down there?
I think
to
that's all we
simulate
can
that?
show.
These are all just like Star Trek sex toys.
Well, somebody had to do it and sell them for $95.
Wait, and that's a suction, I think. The
a fun
scooper
thing.
one is a suction one.
That's a fun thing. Big fan.
Way to go. Yeah, good for them.
Way to go, Gwyneth. Shit. Put a fucking $200, teaspoon on there. I don't give a fuck. Like, engrave your face in it. Make everybody drink tea out of Gwyneth Paltrow's head. That's what's next. And that's great. Lean into it. Lean into all the shit you are, and then you'll be fine in this world. Like you, Jessie. You pretended to be a Mexican for years and years and years, and it was great. I mean, you obviously didn't know. But
I didn't know, but then I found out I was Greek and Italian, and so forget about it. Right?
No, we're not using
What?
those catchphrases.
You're gonna the douche
Nope.
in the gagoosh.
We're definitely
Right?
not using
When the
catchphrases.
moon hits your eye like a big pizza pie, that's
Amore.
right?
Boy. By the way, I was expecting Bob today to come in full of life and joy and Jack Offery. I just saw the trailer for Evan Hansen just dropped. Another play.
Oh, I didn't catch that yet. Yeah. Yeah, it's a decent soundtrack. I only like 2 songs off that soundtrack.
What are the
I love
songs?
you so much.
Yeah, this is like mid.
What are the names of the songs?
Oh, it's like watching through a window or something like that was the one.
Yeah.
And then the big number near the end. No, there's like 3 or 4 good ones actually. I can't remember.
Oh boy, yeah, this trailer dropped, and oh boy, it's
Is it with the cast, the original cast, the Ben Platt or whatever?
don't know.
All right.
Didn't see it.
I'll have to check it out.
Didn't see it, Bob. Didn't care to. But they're
And
doing
then
that.
Lin-Manuel Miranda just dropped the In the Heights.
Yeah, that's been now that I've seen. So that's been going around, and people are real stoked about that. West Side Story's coming out. It's a big. We're
Bob,
back.
calm down.
Yeah.
Bob, calm down.
This is the
Calm
year of
down,
Bob.
buddy.
Yeah.
2021 is the year of Bob.
I honestly think they're gonna. People like musicals are having a bit of a comeback just in general, and that might be one of the theater savers, because that is the type of movie where you need a fucking rad sound system that you are not going to have in your house.
So everybody's shaking their heads behind camera here, and I will actually agree with Bob on this. And Fox, in their upfronts last night, said that in our dream scenario for our network, we are looking for the next Glee. That the ratings for that crush, musicals crush. They want to do more live musicals. Those crush.
All the cast members die.
Yeah. Glee. How many people are still alive from Glee?
It's like
2?
Final Destination, yeah.
It's great.
Yeah.
Who really
great.
enjoyed Glee? Like, raise your hand in this office if you like go back and watch reruns of Glee.
Who do you think's got their hand up over here?
Bob.
Yep.
It really it took a fucking nosedive after like season 2, but those first 2 seasons, fire.
Yeah. Well, I can tell you why. It was only supposed to be a one-off type sitch, and accidentally it was a hit, and they're like, shit, we got to write more.
Do you
we're
think
gonna read
when
more of these.
Monteith died, they were like, "Oh, we've got to keep it going. We can't just like
It was already
end
It
it."
was already ended.
that show died before he did.
Yeah.
Okay.
Show
It
was
was
dead.
it got so bad so fast.
Yeah.
Where it was they leaned into the woke. They were kind of like an early adopter of woke shit. Where
Oh,
it,
yes, yes,
it
yes.
was just like they were checking. They were like offensively checking every box you could check. I thought like it was so transparent. You know, it's like the old writing adage, like show don't tell.
Yeah.
But they were just tell.
Man. Look, there'll never be another one like it. I'll let you go to watch season 2 on Laserdisc, Bob, obviously. But the other thing I want to talk about was Giuliani. His kid is running for governor against, I guess, Cuomo. Or is Cuomo out of that?
I don't think there are. There either are term limits, and I think there's term limits, and he's at the end of it.
Look up if he's at the end of it, because if so, then this would make sense. It was revealed late last night that when he filed his taxes, because taxes were due for most humans yesterday.
There is no term limit for New York governor, so Cuomo can run again.
He can run again. When he was doing the old taxes last night, there was a big check on there. It was for $3.1 million. Turned out he'd signed a book deal for $5.1 million during COVID for hiding all the dead Gampy and Gammies, and had really cashed the fuck in. That was his advance. And then I broke this down of like advances for books. Then you get another $1 million when the hardback releases, and then you get another $1 million the year after when the paperback releases. So $5.1 million for that fucking bullshit. You believe that?
I mean, I believe it at the time. I mean, buyer's remorse, I'm sure, but
Man.
at the time, do you remember though? I mean, he was everywhere.
Yeah.
Every night.
Yep.
Everyone was talking about him. Cuomo-sexuals. Everyone had a crush on him. He was on everything. He won an Emmy for his speeches.
Yeah.
So, you know, I get it. I don't know what's going to happen with it ultimately, but I understand that they wanted to capitalize on it at that time.
But since we are living in the cancel culture, do you know how many books have been canceled because people came out and said something that, you know, the publisher didn't necessarily agree with, or Milo and all those other guys that were canceled? Why are you why are you fucking getting rid of this bullshit? What the fuck are you going to possibly say? Well, unless your last chapter is, I got away with killing 60,000 Gampy and Gammies. I mean, I'd buy the fucking book then. But we both know he's not going to say that. And what are you going to do? Paint him as a fucking hero? Right now he's under, 90 sexual abuse claims and all that other shit.
Is it coming out?
Yeah, still in the books. He's already been paid. So we had to report it on his fucking taxes last night.
Well, you got an advance.
Right.
But
you don't have to give back that advance, even at 3.1.
right, but
Holy
they don't
shit.
have to. But they don't have to put the book out either.
No, but you get the 3.1, and for that, it's probably worth killing 60,000 old people, right? 3.1 million?
Oh,
It's
for
not
sure.
it's not this one, right? The one that's already out.
No.
American Crisis. There's another one
Yeah, he wrote another one.
because this is lessons from the leadership lessons from the COVID-19.
Well, pull it
pandemic.
up and see when his, fucking A, this is real.
Yeah,
Pull up when, keep scrolling down, see when the release date was. October
it's October 22nd.
October
13th,
2020.
Yeah.
It might have been. Fucking A, dude.
Wait, what's down there? Is there another
That's
one?
gnarly. Yeah,
Go
keep
down.
going.
He's got a couple, but I mean that's
Okay.
pretty politicians.
But that's the
in a
latest
nutshell.
one?
Man.
Yeah,
Yeah.
all
That's-
things
that's the latest
possible.
one.
That's 2014.
So maybe it was that. That is unbelievable.
It's a New York Times bestseller.
Of course it is.
He had a big year.
I mean, who
Of course
among
it
us,
is.
right?
Yeah.
Who among us doesn't have one?
Yeah, right.
Those things are easy to get, dude.
According to Chrissy Teigen, they're super easy. I remember when she tweeted at me writing, what, like that's so hard? No lie, that was the tweet that Chrissy Teigen sent to me. And I
Right.
was like, yeah, you had somebody ghostwrite a cookbook, for Christ's sakes. It's just ingredients, bitch. Fuck. Teaspoon, salt, good.
No, you have to give your full life story before you actually break down all the ingredients.
What the meal
and
means
what
to your
Very
family
true. Just
in
like
the village.
Pinterest.
Yeah.
every recipe online.
It's so true. Like if I go to Pinterest, the lady has to say how she like came to this point and made it for her family and her grandma, whatever. And you're like, what are the fucking ingredients and the directions, bitch? Like,
right, like her grandma.
Exactly right.
Her grandma had a piece of paper with the ingredients and the instructions that she took all the way through the Holocaust. Like,
Yeah. And I'm like, I don't care. Show me a picture and a video. That'd be great.
This was
and the ingredients.
This recipe is my grandfather's sauce from Italy, and he rolled it up on a tiny scroll.
Don't
and
care.
he put it inside his penis tube.
Don't care. What do I have to get at the store?
Came over on a boat and didn't urinate for 46 days because he wanted this recipe to exist in America. Don't give a shit. Just tell me what the fucking recipe is, dog. That's it.
Exactly
you should write
right.
You should write a cookbook where all the stories are just aggressive and stupid
And lies.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I got this orange from a fucking grocery store.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I got this orange from a proud 97-year-old Mexican man who's just tried to
Or
get
make
his
it just, like,
citizenship on the
really-
side of the road underneath an underpass.
Really hardcore. Like, I was a latchkey kid. I was beaten. I had to cook for all my siblings in a shack. And so I made this, right? And you're like, oh, Jesus.
Latchkey cookbook. That's what we'll call it, is the latchkey cookbook. Everything ends with a
Don't fucking steal it, anyone. I'm using it.
It's a dirty shoe. I made soup in this dirty shoe, and here's how you can too. Last but not least, James, I want to talk about this Elon Musk sabotage here. It is affecting our employees. Bad. Crypto has gone down because of Elon Musk. There's a rumor that he's selling his Bitcoin. He said he's not selling the Bitcoin. I don't know that this really fucking matters, to be honest with you. Crypto is so big at this point, it's just going to pop back.
it doesn't matter.
Doesn't
It's a
matter.
It's a cycle.
Yeah.
Eventually,
Same
it'll
thing.
pop back. You know, we're all high stressed right now because we
Not-
see red. We see
don't even
we
look
see
at
red and low numbers, but we just need to not look at it. And
Yeah,
then a
just
month
don't
from
look at
now,
it, G.
we'll be happy, and then we'll Lambo and we'll moon Lambo. We'll safe moon Lambo.
We'll be fine.
Yeah. What's the
we'll
one
do
that
it.
Portnoy's doing? Is it Safe Moon?
It's
It's just a made-up thing.
Yeah, another
It's
made
great.
up.
It's a pump and dump coin. Basically, look out for these. You really want to look at market cap. You'll see a coin that's really new and super cheap, and there's a ton of them, so you can just buy a bunch, and whenever it goes up a little bit, you'll make a ton of money.
With that said, look out for bro bucks.
Robuck's coming soon.
Robucks
Yeah,
coming
Brobuck's coming soon, and then we're going to have a spin-off one of Jables. James, I'd like to see your head on a coin like a queen.
Me too.
So I think we can make that happen. I mean, I definitely have the artist for it. Can you guys work out the back end of that?
Yeah, we're doing that. We're trying to make sure we can accept it for the merch store as well.
Yeah.
Oh, that'd be great.
Yeah,
Yeah,
see.
Jables. Just
Jabe coin.
Yeah, Jabes coins, dude.
Jabe
Jabes.
coin.
Hashtag Jabes, dude. That'd be great.
That's the name. That's the name when you look it up. It's JABES, all in caps. And
Yeah.
for J coin.
I'd love to see it. I'd love to see it. No,
You guys.
the Elon Musk thing is weird to me because I don't know. I can't figure out what the end game is with him and crypto and everything else. What I do find extremely fascinating is the guy who did The Big Short. Was it Michael Burry or Barry or whatever the fuck his name was?
Yeah.
He recently released his position on Tesla. He has, I want to say, close to $600 or $700 billion shorting Tesla by the end of first quarter next year. And all of those reports are out. He clearly thinks something is going to happen with that, and that is a fuck ton of money.
Well, it's an extremely overvalued company from what most people say because of Elon Musk's celebrity. But it kind of makes sense. Do you guys remember what electric cars were before Tesla?
Oh, yeah.
No one wanted them.
Yeah.
Absolutely no one.
Gay.
Also, Elon's just repositioning himself in Bitcoin. He's just getting cheaper Bitcoin.
I
That's all he's
wonder,
doing.
and then that'll lead me to my next question is, can you just openly manipulate a market, I guess because there's no SEC attached to that,
Right
which
now.
is essentially what he's doing.
As everyone pointed out during the GameStop and AMC shit, AMC's getting closer to the moon, by the way.
Yeah. Diamond hands, laser eyes, never let go of it.
Still got my diamond hands. But as everyone pointed out during that, people manipulate the market every day on CNBC.
Yes.
They go on there saying that your company's like, well, we like this, like we've invested in this, and
We like
and you can
stock.
slap 20 disclaimers on that, but no one fucking cares. The same way no one cares when they talk about like some new medicine giving you like 8 types of diarrhea at the same time.
Yeah.
You only care about what it fixes. Like they only care about the fact like, oh, these smart guys like it, so I like it.
So James
Well,
got me this little
the-
statue. Diamond hands, Ross Patterson here.
The pill fixes you having to pee all the time with explosive diarrhea. What a choice. Right?
I mean,
Incontinence? Can't hold your pee? We'll fix it, but you're going to shit your brains out constantly. And people would do it.
That's a trait, especially if you're like, yeah, you will like be just shitting water constantly, but you'll make it to the toilet. Unlike your pee.
Right.
I do that. I'd be like, oh, I get more time to read.
Exactly. Hey, James.
Absolutely.
I want to ask you what a normal person who doesn't read social media or news or anything like that, what would you invest in as a stock for real? I'm asking that like a totally dead serious question. Like, what would a normal person who doesn't read any of this shit invest in if you were putting money in the stock market?
Safe or like something that's just gonna like skyrocket right now?
Whatever is on your mind. Like, I'm just curious.
I don't know.
Is there a company?
No.
Really? Just because you don't like the market or believe in it or whatever?
I just don't know what's going on. Like, I would say Tesla, but then like gas cars prices are through the roof right now to like buy used car. I don't know. Like,
You're going about this all wrong.
What?
You're going about this all wrong. Is you need to just follow her around like a grocery store or the mall or whatever. Just check her internet history for what she's buying. And that's what you buy.
Amazon.
Yeah, that's what you buy.
Amazon is what I would buy if I was just checking a normal person out in the world.
How much higher can Amazon go, though? Do you know what I mean?
I don't know that there's a limit because there's nobody else that's even close right now. I guess Walmart ships and delivers, and that's about it. But the reason I ask, in all sincerity, is what is different than your opinion as a working mom every single day, going out and doing this shit versus all these other dirtbags and everything else? I don't really know that there's a difference. If you would have taken Amazon and Tesla fucking right at the same time, you'd still be rich either way. So what the fuck does all of this matter? I just can't figure out the Elon Musk thing, what the end game is, or if it's all a gigantic troll, or if you just don't care about losing money for your company or employee. Tesla's down like 25% already this fucking quarter. Like,
well, Tesla hacked the pipeline, right?
is that real? That would be
makes sense.
Hilarious.
The first thing I thought was, I need a fucking Tesla. Did you not?
It's hilarious. Meanwhile, look, all these normal cars are shorted right now. There's no fucking trucks. None of this
just
shit
invest in a
here.
company that makes semiconductors.
Yeah. God damn. There's just empty. There's brand new trucks sitting on lots around the country right now, and they're missing a fucking chip. That's all they're missing right now. I turned your car in yesterday, and the guy literally, yeah. And the guy literally said, he goes, "Hey man, can we buy this off of you?" I guess when you're out of state and you turn it in like it was a lease. You either have the dealership has the option to buy it, or they can ship it back to GM. It was a Tahoe. You could ship it back to GM and they can fucking deal with it or whatever. And the guy was like, "No, we would like to buy this from you. Would you sign this and give us power of attorney?" And I was like, "Yeah, shit." And I was like, "Why?" He goes, "Look out in the lot. There's about 8 cars out there." He goes, "We're at a shortage, dude. And a Tahoe right now would be great."
And the resale on it
is massive. Yeah.
Yeah.
Massive. And it was a shock. I was like, "Oh shit. All right, cool, man." And I was in and out of there in like 10 minutes. They were like, "Hey, just sign the paperwork and get the fuck out of here." I was like, "Yes, sir. I will be happy to exit your dealership right now because I hate sitting in these goddamn things anyway." So, but yeah, there was probably 8 or 9 cars out there. And then he tried to sell me something else, one of the 8 or 9 that were left. And I was like, "Bro, we're all good on that, hombre." But even with your car, you're the one that we replaced it with. What do we have to wait 2-3 weeks? Order it in advance and have it shipped in? Like, it was fucked up.
Yeah.
So who knows? I don't know what the right answer is either way. But I know there's a fucking shortage, and yes, maybe it is the semiconductor market.
They didn't have any gladiators there?
No. AJ, by the way, AJ Gamble figured that out. He went through the records, found out that it was sold 3 weeks before.
AJ, do you still have a job? You were very candid.
Yes. He's probably really
Okay.
he's probably really good at his fucking job. That's why. Like, I think everybody inside that biz knows the game. I don't think anybody
But
really
how many
cares.
times has someone actually told you the real deal? Even our friends that are car dealers, right?
No one hates another car dealer than another car dealer. So
That's true.
I don't think they care. AJ was a real one though for figuring that out. I was able to use that against Homeboy and be like, hey dude, I can tell you the exact date you sold this on. So AJ Gamble, hero, champion, lover, friend.
Supplier.
Yes. Jabes, you are on a flight tomorrow morning. You will be live in studio for Thursday's show. Looking forward to it. You're going to try to put the rest of our life back together here out of the garage and wherever shit's been flooded out. If there's a bunch of weird things in the backyard, I don't know. Just throw them all away. They were all soaked.
I got a dumpster.
Oh, you did? All right, cool.
I'm going to indiscriminately throw away everything I don't want in the house.
Yeah, you got that dumpster.
So you better.
Yeah, you got that dump truck ass on you is what you got, James. Set yourself up for that.
Can we end with my Celine Dion clip, Bob?
Please do. Let's do it. Whenever we can end on Celine Dion, I think it makes everybody's days a little brighter.
Is this a cringe corner?
Ooh.
It's cringe corner. Cringe corner. Everyone's talking about how Celine Dion is hilarious. How did we not know that she was so funny? Check it out.
Big fan of Cringe Corner, by the way.
Oh, since I broke my foot, I got it down. I hope all of you made a lot of money.
Who's winning?
Who let the dogs out? Who let the dogs out? Who let the dogs out? Word.
Who lets Celine out? Who lets Celine out? Who lets Celine out?
Oh, boy.
Who? She's pulling on Jen right now. Oh my God.
I like it. Have a good time.
Yes.
Bye-bye.
All right.
Thank you.
Love ya. Love ya. Love ya.
Cringe Corner. Cringe Corner. And then we all go, ugh. I like to end on super uncomfortable moments like that, and I think we should just let that. We can't play that. We can't play Every Kiss Begins with K. They own the rights to that. They're gonna flag it. God damn it. Damn it, Bob.
Damn it.
Damn it, Bob. I like ending on a cringe corner like that. Nope. Pull it all down. Shut the screen. Shut the screen.
Who let the dogs out?
Shut the screen.
I like her more now.
Who, Celine
Who
Dion?
let the
Yeah, I'm a little
dogs
attracted to her.
out?
Gross.
Of course you do. Everybody
Gross.
does. She's so funny. She's so quirky.
Gross. I can't get behind any of that. However, Jabes, I'm proud of you for ending the show on that. I like super
welcome.
dark shit to end Drinking Bros. I like super awkward shit to end this show. I'm a huge fucking fan of that. Celine Dion, everyone. Celine Dion. R.I.P. She's still alive? What was the clip for?
Yeah, she's still alive.
She's still alive. Unfortunately, Charles Grodin died.
Fuck you. Did he really?
What?
Yeah.
God
Just
damn it.
saw it on the Twitter.
I was a big Grodin fan.
Was he in Clifford
Yeah.
with Martin Short?
Beethoven. Oh yeah, and Clifford. Yeah. A lot of dog names.
A lot of dog movies.
Yeah.
Lot of
He
dog
loves the
movies.
dog movie, huh?
Who doesn't?
Damn it.
Who doesn't? Stay tuned, kids. We got Drinking Bros up this afternoon. In the meantime, go to iTunes, rate the show a 5-star, and leave a quick review for Ross Patterson Revolution. It's the only thing that the advertisers and everybody else cares about, and it's the only thing that keeps us in the charts. So do it. Just don't be a dick about it. Just go ahead and do it, and then let's just move on with our lives, okay? Just write Jay Fire in the comments. That's all you have to do. You're good to go. You're good to go. Jay Fire, I will see you tomorrow.
Okay.
You are loved. Celine Dion is not. For Jessie Wiseman, a.k.a. the Jables, I'm Ross Patterson. This is the Revolucion. Buenos tardes, everyone.
Good afternoon.